Have you noticed your legs getting weaker? Struggling to stand up from a chair? Feeling off balance after just a few steps? You're not alone. A study shows that after age 60, people lose about 1 to 2% of muscle mass every year, and the legs are the first to weaken. That's what leads millions of seniors to fall, losing independence and becoming reliant on others. But here's something almost no one tells you. With the right food, your leg strength can start to recover within just 12 hours. And chances are, it's already sitting in your fridge. At minute 3, I'll reveal this tiny but powerful food and show you a simple, proven way to use it, backed by both doctors and science. I'm Dr. Thomas Blake, a physician with over 30 years of experience helping older adults recover naturally through chiropractic care and healthy living without relying on medications. I've worked with thousands of seniors who once believed that weak legs were just part of getting old, but that's not the truth. In this video, I'm going to share with you one incredibly simple way, using just a familiar everyday food, to help strengthen your legs, walk more steadily, and feel more independent each day. So if you're over 60 and want to regain your muscle strength, balance, and mobility, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss these simple yet powerful health tips made especially for older adults. And if you're ready to start improving your leg health today, comment, "I'm ready" down below. I want you to take a minute and be really honest with yourself. When was the last time you stood up from a chair without using your hands? When was the last time you walked just a little faster without feeling like your legs were dragging? Now, I'm not asking this to make you feel bad. I'm asking because I've sat across from hundreds, if not thousands, of patients in their 60s, 70s, and almost all of them start by telling me about their legs. Not their heart, not their blood pressure, their legs. One of my patients, Jim, 68 years old, used to be a mountain climber, and in our very first session, he looked at me and said, "Doc, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm just afraid that one day I won't be able to get out of bed without someone helping me." That sentence has stayed with me ever since. Because the truth is, after 50, our bodies start to change. Quietly, slowly, we start losing muscle mass. Science calls it sarcopenia. But you don't need to remember the name. What matters is the feeling. Waking up and your legs just don't move the way they used to. Having to let out a big breath just to get up from a chair. And then you start avoiding stairs or uneven sidewalks. Not because you're lazy, but because you're afraid of falling. And that's the scariest part. It's not just losing muscle. It's losing the feeling of control. One U.S. study found that after age 60, we lose 1 to 2% of muscle every year, bit by bit, especially in our legs, the part that carries us through every day. And then you start seeing the consequences. Walking slower, losing your balance more often, falling, even from something as small as a misstep, and slowly losing trust in your own body. I've seen people who used to live independently, who went for a walk every morning, now in a wheelchair because of one small fall. There's nothing more heartbreaking than realizing your body just doesn't listen to you anymore. But I want you to hear this. That is not your fate. It's not just what happens when we get old. We can do something about it, starting today. And this video, this journey, is here to help you get that strength back. Because your legs aren't just muscles. They're your freedom. They're your ability to stand up. They're your power to move forward. In every sense of the word. I want you to imagine this. It's a morning like any other. You wake up, make yourself a cup of coffee, sunlight streaming to the kitchen window, and then you decide to add an egg to your breakfast. Maybe it's boiled. Maybe it's fried. Maybe it's the same way you've been eating it for decades, without thinking twice. But what you don't know is those 2 or 3 simple eggs might just be a turning point for your legs. I'm not saying this to get views. I'm saying it because I've seen it happen with real patients. There was a woman named Carol, 72 years old, who came to see me after a fall in the bathroom. Thankfully, it wasn't serious. But what she did lose was confidence in her legs. After evaluating her muscle strength, I found she had clear signs of leg muscle loss, something that's actually pretty common after 60. And I gave her advice that probably sounded way too simple. Carol Every morning, eat 2 whole eggs, both the white and the yolk. Nothing fancy. You know what happened? Within less than a week, she told me, I feel more stable when getting up from chair. After 2 weeks, I started walking around the park again, like I used to. And after a month, she smiled and said, I feel like I got a part of my old self back. That wasn't magic. That was science. Simple, but often overlooked. See, whole eggs are a complete source of protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. One of the most important is leucine, an amino acid that acts like a switch to trigger muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as the key that reactivates and rebuilds the muscle fibers that have been quietly fading away. People often ask me, does it really work? Just with a couple of eggs? And I answer with real science. Between 4 to 12 hours after a protein-rich meal, your body starts to rebuild muscle, especially in your legs, where strength matters most for balance and safe walking. And here's one more thing. A myth I really want you to let go of. Egg yolks are not your enemy. For years, yolks were misunderstood and blamed for raising cholesterol. But modern science shows that cholesterol in eggs doesn't harm most healthy people. In fact, the yolk is a nutritional gold mine. Choline, which nourishes the brain and nervous system. Vitamin D and B12 for immunity and nerve health. Antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes and reduce the risk of macular degeneration, one of the most common vision problems in older adults. I often tell my patients, sometimes the solution you're looking for is right there in your kitchen, not in your medicine cabinet. So next time you're standing at the stove, don't overlook that little egg. It might be the simple gift your legs and your independence have been needing more than ever. I want you to think about this. You wake up in the morning. Maybe you're a little stiff. Maybe it takes you a few minutes just to get out of bed. You make yourself a cup of coffee, maybe add some toast or fruit, and then you start your day. But there's one important thing most of us don't even notice. Your body, after a full night's sleep, is hungry for protein. I know that might sound strange, especially if you've always thought protein is for lunch or dinner. But the truth is, a lot of older adults don't get nearly enough protein in the morning, and that quietly damages their muscles. Bit by bit, every single day. One of my patients, Larry, 68, once asked me, isn't morning supposed to be light, Doc? I'm not doing anything intense that early. Why would I need that much protein? I smiled and said, exactly, because you're not as active anymore. That's why you need to start your day with something that helps you keep what you've still got. Here's the deal. After age 50, our bodies naturally start shifting into a state where they break down muscle, especially if we don't wake them up with some high-quality protein first thing in the morning. It's like a building slowly falling apart if it doesn't get the right materials at the right time. But here's the good news. You can change that. All it takes is a shift in when you eat your protein. Science shows that when you start your morning with a breakfast rich in leucine, an amino acid found in eggs, dairy, and other complete proteins, your body flips from a muscle-breaking state catabolic to a muscle-building one anabolic. In other words, you start your day not just with energy, but with strength. Your muscles start getting protected. Your legs feel sturdier. Your balance improves. Your mind feels sharper. Ever notice how the days you have a real breakfast, not just a coffee, you feel more alert? That's not a coincidence. A protein-rich breakfast doesn't just feed your muscles. It fuels your brain and nervous system. It helps you keep your mental sharpness, your quick thinking, and the confidence to step outside and walk with stability. I often say, old age doesn't take your muscles overnight. It takes them one skip breakfast at a time. So if you want to keep your legs strong, your mind clear, and your independence with every step you take, start tomorrow morning with real protein at the right time. I want to share something with you, something I believe is the most important thing when it comes to health after 60. It's not some expensive medication. It's not a fancy piece of workout equipment. It's consistency. You see, too many older adults put pressure on themselves. They think that to be healthy, they have to hit the gym every day, eat perfectly, buy expensive supplements. But you don't need all that. You really don't. One of my former patients, Eleanor, 72 years old, once told me, "Doctor, I'm tired of always feeling like I'm not enough. Not strong enough, not enough time, not enough patience to start over." I held her hand and said, "Eleanor, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent." And that's what I want to tell you today. If you can eat 2 to 3 eggs every morning, consistently, if you can spend 10 minutes a day walking around your yard, lifting your knees in place, or just standing up and sitting back down from your favorite chair, that right there's a powerful signal you're sending to your body. I'm still here. I'm coming back. I'm still strong. The human body, especially after 60, doesn't need perfection. It just needs to know you haven't given up on it. Science backs this up. Your muscles, your nervous system, even your memory, they all respond positively to repeated, consistent signals. No need for intense workouts. No need for major changes. Just repetition, day after day, like a gentle, steady rhythm in the background. I know there'll be mornings when you feel tired. Maybe the weather's bad. Maybe your mood's off. Maybe your knee hurts. But if you still do it, even just 50%, even just 5 minutes, then you already won that day. You see, aging doesn't take away our strength all at once. What weakens us is the interruptions, the slow feeling of giving up. So today, I want you to ask yourself, what small thing can I start with tomorrow, and can I repeat it every day? Maybe it's a proper breakfast. Maybe it's a light exercise. Maybe it's a tiny promise you make to yourself. And then you just keep going. Not perfect, just consistent. And you'll be surprised. Your body is stronger than you think. And I want to leave you with a simple piece of advice, one that I truly believe is more important than any pill out there. Eggs. Yes, the same familiar eggs you probably have in your kitchen are one of the most humble yet powerful superfoods for anyone over 60. They're not expensive. They're not hard to find. But they contain exactly what your body desperately needs. High-quality protein, leucine to activate your muscles, and other precious nutrients like choline, vitamin D, B12, lutein, all great for memory, vision, and your nervous system. I've seen real changes in patients who once thought they couldn't stand up from a chair without pain. Just a few weeks of eating eggs every morning, along with some gentle movement, and they started walking steadier, falling less, feeling sharper and more confident again. And the best part is, your body still knows how to recover. Even if you're 60, 70, even 85, it's not too late. Your body is just waiting for one signal from you. I haven't given up. So here's what I want you to do. Starting tomorrow morning, eat 2 to 3 eggs. Move gently for 10 to 15 minutes. Walk, sit and stand from a chair, or just stretch a little. And most importantly, repeat it every day. No need to be perfect. No need to go to extremes. Just start and keep going. I believe in you. And soon, your body will start believing in itself again too. Before you leave this video, I want to ask you one small but important thing. Where will you start? Tomorrow morning. What food will you choose to nourish your body? Will it be eggs? A banana? Maybe a slice of toast with avocado? Leave a comment below. I read every single one. And I really want to know, what's the first food you'll start with? And if this video gave you a bit of inspiration or a new understanding, then the next video I'm sure will take you even further. I'll be talking about foods that slow down muscle loss and keep your brain sharp, especially helpful if you often forget things, lose focus, or feel tired all the time. Don't miss it. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so that each time I release a new video, daily or weekly, it comes to you like a gentle reminder. Today, I'm still taking care of myself. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend or someone in your family who might need a little hope, encouragement, and a fresh start. I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you an energized morning and a steady, strong life, no matter what age you're at.